did like 200 sit-ups, y'all, and I'm sore. Baby, you don't even want to know. Baby, coach is sore. Ooh, baby, I raising up. Ooh. But I done picked this outfit with no back in it. So I gotta get the dog flaps under control. Dog flaps is that piece of skin that's right there. If you've lost a lot of weight, it's called a dog flap. It's an actual name for it, medical name, but my plastic surgeon calls it a dog flap. Hi, Blair only. Hey, boo. Thank you guys for the taps tonight. Let's go 1K taps. We in the building. Hi, Miss Sky. How are you? Miss Ivy? Is it Miss Ivy? I think it's Miss Ivy. I said Miss Sky. Lord, pray for me. All right, we in the building. We outside. We on the street. We about to get it in. This is the day and time that you and I get to meet. All right, I'm your girl, Coach King, and you know what I do. I talk to you about health, wellness, motivation, inspiration, higher power, the God above that I serve. And I talk to you about how I use those things to help me overcome my raging food addiction, my alcoholism, my codependency, and how I choose to help women out of the country do the same. Thank you for being here. My name is Coach. Who are you and where are you tuning in from? I'd love to hear where you tapping in the building from. And without further ado, as we wait for y'all to tap in the chat and tell us where y'all coming from, let us know where you jamming in from. Please and please, please and please, please and please. Taz, I've talked to my cousin, catching up, hadn't seen in years. Amen. I talked about how I listened to you and Taz, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for the gifts, Taz. Thank you for being a top gifter. You just got number 2 top gifter. Let's go. Wait a minute, Taz. Thank you for have always come with such positive energy, love, and light. And I appreciate you for that. I always look forward to seeing your name, TAS, pop up in the building. Hello, Haley. How are you, beautiful? How are you? If you're just now tuning in, my name is Coach Kenya. We're about to do our evening daily reading. We meet together every night in the place, in this space where you and I meet, greet, and talk to each other about how to overcome and stay on the other side of a better version of who you are. Don't forget to tap that like button. We in the building. And without further ado, let's go ahead and count it down. Count her down.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Listen, we are on the 16th day of November. The year is not getting any slower and is definitely not getting any younger. So I would love to encourage you to look at the rest of this month and December as your opportunity to catapult into 2026 like nothing you've never imagined. And if you are looking for inspiration, motivation, tap in right here because I am on a drive and a thrive to be a better version of myself. Q4, we are trying to help 150 more families and women grow and change, and I am excited. We have already reached over 500 women this year, and I would like to round it out at 800 women total. And we thank God for the growth, but we are wanting to work with several hundred more women before the end of the year. So I am looking for you if you're looking for me. So go ahead and tap in. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I am in the great state of the Azizzle. We're on the East Coast where the sun just went down and it's looking beautiful out. How are you all doing and where you tuning in from? All right, and without further ado, all right. Melanie said, It's safe to open your heart. You don't have to be so afraid to love. You don't have to fear losing your soul. You learned that lesson. It's in the past. That doesn't mean that people won't try to control or manipulate you. It doesn't mean that at times you won't try to control or manipulate them. It doesn't mean that people with problems, agendas, addictions, and issues won't sometimes come into your life. They may. But the lessons of the past are yours to keep. It may take you a moment. It may take you, it may take you a moment to remember, but you will. Be gentle with yourself. Open up slowly, carefully, as you're able. It's not that life and people are different, although how we see life and view people probably has changed. We're different. We've learned about our powers, we've learned to take care of ourselves, and we've learned how capable we really are. Don't be so afraid to love. Now it's time to learn about the powers of the heart. Melanie Beattie, Journey to the Heart. Wow. It says you don't have to be so afraid to love. It said you don't have to fear losing your soul. You've learned that lesson. It's in the past. That doesn't mean that people won't try to control or manipulate you. It doesn't mean that at times you won't try to control or manipulate them. It doesn't mean that people with problems, agendas, addictions, and issues won't sometimes come into your life. They may. But the lessons of the past are yours to keep. It may take you a moment to remember, but you will. Be gentle with yourself. Open up slowly, carefully, as you're able. It's not that life and people are different, although how we see life and view people probably has changed. We're different. We've learned about our powers. We've learned to take care of ourselves. We've learned how capable we are. Mm. Hi, mind your business. Hi, boo. Wow. I'm so grateful we chose Melanie to be the author, featured author this over this last year, and how we've kind of continued to show up and read her as a form of our fighting our fear and facing our fronts in our relationship with food. And it's just truly been such an honor to see this kind of unravel. Queen, this is the dress in white.
Let's start off like that. Bow, 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 bow. We really know each other. Go ad lib.
You guys, I was talking to you about the dress last time we were live. Here's the dress that I saw. Okay, anyway. So I just want you to remember that when we've been hurt and and the pain doesn't have to be relationship with the spouse. And that's one of the things we forget, that sometimes we think pain in a relationship has to come from like a partner, but we can actually have job ships and friendships that can cause micro offenses and microaggressions that can leave us wounded and traumatized and hurt. And so it's really important that we not only recognize these things, but we address them so that we're not walking around afraid to open up, afraid to love, but more than anything, afraid to simply heal. So hi Eli. So I just want to encourage you tonight to not be afraid to love, to not be afraid to heal, and to not be afraid to look at those things that maybe have been in your life for a long time, and maybe they've never suited you, and maybe leaving 2025 this year, you're going to address that thing and knock that thing out the box. And yeah, that's it.
Why you saying true that like you pacifying her? She didn't say it was good. Let
me see something.
I was my dancer.
Oh my gosh. I just realized that I finally have the ability. Hold on. Let me mute this. I just realized that I have the ability to go live on my other account, which is so cool, because when we do our Black Friday sale, that means I can have the TikTok shop stuff in the other box. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be pretty cool, guys. I'm excited about that. Look at that. You guys see that? Isn't that kind of cool? So that means I could probably invite you guys. Let me see. Let me see if I can invite people. No way.
Could it have been imagination? What's yours?
Hold on, let me just see.
Your mom don't like cats. Yeah, so I think she still like black cats.
It says I can invite my team. Holy smokeronis. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Okay, Queen. So we will be able to do our holiday raffles and all that good stuff in the box. We finally have enough people to open up the boxes. This is exciting. So when we raffle off the TV and do our group workouts, we can now do it like this. Isn't this kind of cool? I'm so excited. We worked really hard. Yay! We're coming back. We find okay, you guys. So very soon, over the holidays, we'll be able to go live and work out. So you'll finally be able to work out with me and go live. I'm so excited. Like I'm literally excited, y'all. Like this is everything. Like this is what's up because man, have I been freaking trying. Like, you have no idea how hard I've been trying to get to this point so that you guys can give us feedback. So, Queen, before we hop off, would you happen to have any feedback on tonight's reading?
It was emotional.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Very emotional.
Was it just the part about the love part?
Yeah, mainly the love part.
Yeah. It kind of, as soon as it said you don't have to be afraid to love, immediately it struck a chord with me personally. Yeah. Because I know that that's something that I personally really been working on to not fall into that kind of sunken hole of fear, to love, release, and allow again. Really looking at that ideology that if I got up a wall to block you out, then I got up a wall to keep the bad in.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing. Anything else? I love it. I can't believe we're on here together on this page. Let's go. I'm excited because it wouldn't let us do this before. So finally we're getting up to the point where my page is kind of getting the features that it had before. Because I used to do these panels where I kind of would take questions in the box like this. So now I'm kind of excited to be able to provide it again where people will be able to come in the box, ask me their question, and I can kind of provide them with that support. So yeah, we'll definitely do it when we have our mods in the building, and now we can do our story times and our question and answers and our group workouts again. I've waited for this day. I'm excited that it's happening right around the holidays. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that's all I have tonight. Let's hop off of this thing and go do what we do, which is live our life and thank God twice.
All right, good night.
Good night, beautiful.